for the last sort of 18 months, I've been able to create some really cool content with Dricus. A lot of that's been around sort of like the inside of what goes into being a champion. So going into this latest fight camp, what I really wanted to do was kind of create some more insights and perspective around why he trains the way he trains. So I'm sure you'll notice that compared to his opponents or other people in MMA, Dricus is built a little bit differently. He's worked on ways to be fitter, stronger, more powerful and quicker in all that he does as a fighter. So his training with Scotty McIntosh is very focused on those elements. So everything he does is very, very focused towards making sure that in fight situations he is the beast that he is. So I wanted to kind of delve into that for this video, and he said, well, rather than doing another interview, rather just come and train with me. So a month out from where his camp was scheduled to end, I thought, okay, cool, you know, I'm enjoying my training at the moment, but I'd love to take it to another level. And take it to another level, very much did by joining him. So right now, we're on our way to his gym in Pretoria. So he trains there most of the week. He just has one session at Scotty's gym during the week on Thursdays. So we're making the trek to Pretoria to go and do a whole bunch of Dricus kind of things.
Having not lifted weights in about 7 years or worked with kettlebells before, I got started with Scotty showing me the basics. So deadlifts with a kettlebell, then progressed to deadlifts with a bar, into kettlebell swings. These power hinge moves form the basis of Dricus' training, along with adding weights to conventional movements like the farmer's walk, weighted push-up, weighted pull-ups, and the Turkish get-up, which are slightly more technical. Along with that, we covered bodyweight basics like push-ups and TRX rows at a slow tempo, and some stabilization exercises too.
I feel like this is the one thing that I can match Dricus on. It's the one thing.
My calisthenics training from the last year gave me a good basis for all of that. It was the cardio though that proved to be the major test, but it is this part of the fighter's conditioning that is often called upon the most. Contact sport cardio is a dark and demanding thing. MMA athletes are incredibly fit from hours and hours of sparring, which Dricus excels at. But for an added element, he incorporates the assault bike, otherwise known as the death horse. As he nears the final stages of his camp, the strength work tapers off and the cardio increases somewhat. I had no idea about this, of course. I just went into every session with the mindset of doing whatever he does each time. Scotty said we're ending this particular session with 2 5-minute rounds. Sounded simple enough, really. I was in a world of hurt from this though, but Scotty politely reminded me that this is what I signed up for, so I had to suck it up and get to the finish.
Now it's final round fight time.
I feel like I'm going to throw up. And he's shadowboxing.
It was here where it really kind of sunk in how difficult this sport is. Not only are you expending all your energy, but while you deal with this, you're also trying to defend and attack. And you need to be very strategic with both these things against your opponent as a fighter. But with each new session, I embraced the challenge. 2 rounds became 3, 3 into 4, and to mimic the demands of a 5-round championship fight, the camp always ends with 5 rounds of 5 minutes on the assault bike.
5 times 5 minutes. 5 rounds. Wow. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I have a massive sense of accomplishment. Wow. Definite exercise pinnacle right there.
As proud as I was in achieving this, Dricus tears this up at a much more rapid rate than I ever could, then still goes and wrestles people afterwards on these sessions. His camp also ends with a 5-round mock fight against a fresh opponent each round, another thing he cruised through in this camp.
What's up guys, Dricus Du Plessis here. It's an official announcement for the fight that got cancelled, my UFC fight next weekend against Trevin Giles.
Due to visa issues, Dricus unfortunately will not be making this fight in March. However, getting to really understand what this guy puts into his fights, the attention to detail, the commitment to always being that much better every single camp, I just have a newfound confidence for where this guy's career is going. Sure, everyone at the top of the game has to be this prepared, has to be this committed, and you also have just to be so devoted to who you are in your craft. But just looking at the enthusiasm, the hunger this guy takes things on with, it really is inspiring. And it gives, well, South African fight fans around the world, anybody who backs Dricus, a lot of confidence in what he has the ability to achieve. Me on the other hand, well, I can't turn back from this now. I've been given such an amazing opportunity to get into good shape, and I'm actually really enjoying it. There's something just so inspiring about being around people who are significantly better than you at certain things. And this is where training applies the same way everything else does, really. You always want to have a higher benchmark to work towards. You always want a higher example to work towards. And training with Dricus recently really has given me that, and that's something I'm really excited about carrying on with.